Exodus chapter 30. Hello, my name is Lydia and I'm currently reading the entire Bible, chapter by chapter, day by day, until I get to the end of it. I started in James and now I'm in Exodus, so a bit of an unconventional place to start and to be at this point in my journey. But I thought the more unconventional the place I start, the more likely I am to finish. Don't ask about the logic, it just made sense in the moment. It was summer, you know. It's being vitamin D deficient the whole rest of the year, living in the UK, and then just getting a glimpse of sun. It makes you do crazy things. But here we are, locked in now, and yeah, let's get into it. Exodus chapter 30. The altar of incense. Make an altar of acacia wood for burning incense. It is to be square, a cubit long and a cubit wide, and 2 cubits high. Its horns of one piece with it. Overlay the top and all the sides and the horns with pure gold, and make a gold moulding around it. Make 2 gold rings for the altar below the moulding, 2 on opposite sides, to hold the poles used to carry it. Make the poles of acacia wood and overlay them with gold. Put the altar in front of the curtain that is before the ark of the testimony, before the atonement cover that is over the testimony, where I will meet with you. Aaron must burn fragrant incense on the altar every morning when he tends the lamps. He must burn incense again when he lights the lamps at twilight, so incense will burn regularly before the Lord for generations to come. Do not offer on this altar any other incense or any burnt offering or grain offering, and do not pour a drink offering on it. Once a year, Aaron shall make atonement on its horns. This annual atonement must be made with the blood of the atoning sin offering for the generations to come. It is most holy to the Lord. Atonement money. Then the Lord said to Moses, when you take a census of the Israelites to count them, each one must pay the Lord a ransom for his life at the time he is counted. Then no plague will come on them when you number them. Each one who crosses over to those already counted is to give a half shekel, according to the sanctuary shekel, which weighs 20 gerahs. This half shekel is an offering to the Lord. All who cross over, those 20 years old or more, are to give an offering to the Lord. The rich are not to give more than a half shekel, and the poor are not to give less when you make the offering to the Lord to atone for your lives. Receive the atonement money from the Israelites and use it for the service of the tent of meeting. It will be a memorial for the Israelites before the Lord, making atonement for your lives. Basin for washing. Then the Lord said to Moses, make a bronze basin with its bronze stand for washing. Place it between the tent of meeting and the altar, and put water in it. Aaron and his sons are to wash their hands and feet with water from it. Whenever they enter the tent of meeting, they shall wash with water so that they will not die. Also, when they approach the altar to minister by presenting an offering made to the Lord by fire, they shall wash their hands and feet so that they will not die. This is to be a lasting ordinance for Aaron and his descendants for the generations to come. Anointing oil. Then the Lord said to Moses, take the following fine spices, 500 shekels of liquid myrrh, half as much, that is, 250 shekels, of fragrant cinnamon, 250 shekels of fragrant cane, 500 shekels of cassia, all according to the sanctuary shekel, and a hin of olive oil. Make these into a sacred anointing oil, a fragrant blend, the work of a perfumer. It will be the sacred anointing oil. Then use it to anoint the tent of meeting, the ark of the testimony, the table and all its articles, the lampstand and its accessories, the altar of incense, the altar of burnt offering and all its utensils, and the basin with its stand. You shall consecrate them so they will be most holy, and whatever touches them will also be holy. Anoint Aaron and his sons and consecrate them so they may serve me as priests. Say to the Israelites, this is to be my sacred anointing oil for the generations to come. Do not pour it on men's bodies, and do not make any oil with the same formula. It is sacred, and you are to consider it sacred. Whoever makes perfume like it, and whoever puts it on anyone other than a priest, must be cut off from his people. Incense. Then the Lord said to Moses, take fragrant spices, gum resin, onycha, and galbanum, and pure frankincense, all in equal amounts, and make a fragrant blend of incense, the work of a perfumer. It is to be salted and pure and sacred. Grind some of it to powder and place it in front of the testimony in the meeting place. I just riffed off of that one. Grind some of it to powder and place it in front of the testimony in the tent of meeting, where I will meet with you. It shall be most holy to you. Do not make any incense with this formula for yourselves. Consider it holy to the Lord. Whoever makes any like it to enjoy its fragrance must be cut off from his people. Okay, thank you so much for joining me today and for reading the Bible with me and for pouring into your own relationship with God. This is great stuff. I'm very happy for you. May God bless you abundantly today and tomorrow, in case I do not post tomorrow. But honestly, as I think about the I forget what these 5 books are called. I know it's Torah, but there's a word for it as they're referred to in the Bible. Anyway, as I think about these next few books, like this is a whole lot of rules for the Israelites of the Old Testament, and I don't know how long it's going to take me to read, but I am pulling an all-nighter. I don't recommend. Do as I say and not as I do. Do not pull all-nighters if you can avoid it. But I'm going to pull an all-nighter, and I'm thinking, in the day, as I get more and more tired and I simply cannot muster words in French and Spanish because they require a lot of brain activity, I might just try to speed run Torah. It's just very long. And I think, when Numbers comes, for me to trudge through, how many chapters is this? 36. I haven't even done that of Exodus yet, and I'm already fatiguing. For me to do that in Numbers and then go straight into Deuteronomy. I know that Deuteronomy, it picks up. I get that. But I'm thinking Joshua might be where I regain my sanity. And so, what is that, like 40 pages? That's doable, I think. Pray for me. God willing, by the time you see this next set of videos, I'll be wearing the exact same clothes at different times of the day. Because I'm doing it all today. God willing. Please. I need to be free. I need to be free now. Anyway, that's a spiel that you don't really need to worry about, but thanks for staying if you have. If you want to watch these videos in a clearer order, you can do so on my YouTube channel, where there are playlists in French, Spanish, and English. Again, English is my first language, and French and Spanish are they're just there, right? But in French, Spanish, and English, all the chapters I've read from James to Exodus, all the books I've read being James to Exodus, in all those languages. So yeah, feel free, like, comment, subscribe, follow, share, repost. God bless you. Goodbye.